Hey, ladies and gentlemen, there is this lady, Anna Kasparian, from the show The Young Turks. She's a host, she talks a lot, beautiful stuff, and she is left-leaning. But guess what? Sometimes she makes a little sense, which is good and healthy for anybody. The problem is, once you do that on the left side, suddenly, the other left side thinks you're very right-winger. And I'm like, yo, if you do that, you're gonna make more of the one that you don't like.
What?
And it's better to wait and see how this develops before people try to destroy a stranger's life and livelihood. Simply put, I absolutely loathe this crap.
I still remember when I saw her debate Ben Shapiro, and she thought Ben Shapiro was actually nicer than I thought.
Fascinating, and I just want to thank off by saying I heard the word agree 10 times, but we brought you here specifically for these discussions because you don't always agree, but so fascinating, and I just want to thank you.
Can I just say, I really, really love this because I love getting into these debates, and like I get into these debates oftentimes with my in-laws, you know, they're Cuban from Florida, and like my husband, we always end up fighting because he's like, you can't talk to my family members like that. I love that I get to do that.
Oh, it's fun,
you,
dude.
and there's like no hard feelings, so thank you. I really like enjoying this.
Because you cannot keep labeling people by their skin or assume people are labeling you by your skin. Especially when you're in a position of power and people are suffering, and when they complain about something, you're like, whoa, are you saying that because I'm black?
No, what?
We're not talking about your little tiny red board. We're not talking about that. We're talking about the rent guidelines board. You said before and after that you supported those rent increases. In Nassau, they had a 0% rent increase. Why in New York City, where the real estate is controlling you, Mr. Mayor, why are we having these horrible rent increases last year and this year?
Okay, first, if you're going to ask a question, don't point at me and don't be disrespectful to me. I'm the mayor of this city, and treat me with the respect I deserve to be treated. I'm speaking to you as an adult. Don't stand in front like you treated someone that's on the plantation that you own. Give me the respect I deserve and engage in a conversation up here in Washington Heights.
I mean, officially, it's just so freaking weird. You are in a powerful position.
Beta!
You're treating me like, come on, man. Even she realized, yo, we're supposed to care about the people. And when the people call you out with a bunch of money, the first thing you want to do is, hey, do you remember when I was kind of a slave back in the day by your people? Maybe? You look white?
Bad news. Oh no. Anyway.
Isn't it so wonderful when someone asks you a question that makes you uncomfortable, you could just weaponize race to shut her down? That's exactly what happened there. People are working their asses off in this country, okay? Working overtime, long hours, barely making enough money to afford housing, okay? They did everything right, they followed all the rules, and they can't even afford to put a roof over their heads. Goddamn right they're angry. And for any politician, anyone who signed up for this, who ran to sit in the seat that Eric Adams is in right now, to deflect and immediately imply that someone is racist because she dare ask you a question in an aggressive way, I'll grant him that, in an aggressive way, about this very real and serious issue, it's just infuriating. I'm sick of all of it, okay? I'm sick of these politicians who run for public office, run to be public servants, and end up being anything but. Can we just, for a second, acknowledge the power dynamic in this exchange?
Yeah.
He's the mayor of New York City. Let's just consider that power dynamic. That's it, okay? I mean, we're not talking about some rich, privileged white woman who comes across an impoverished black person and yells at him for no reason. This is a powerful man. He is the mayor of the largest city in this country, and she has a legitimate concern and is representing a concern for countless New Yorkers. To brush her off as someone who just sounds like a plantation owner so you don't have to answer the question, pretty gross.
It's like a white person can't say anything.
Sacre bleu!
If you're going to ask a question, don't point at me and don't be disrespectful to me.
I think people don't even understand when other black people see this lady complaining about the rent going up because it's going up for everybody. What do you think these black people are saying? I thought New York was a gangster gritty place where people have an attitude, gangster accent, mafia.
The world used to respect New Yorkers as tough, thick-skinned, and gritty. Now we have become pussified. It's a damn shame.
The main problem with progressive people is they use a specific pain to get into power because they understand your pain. And they label it in a way that there is a thing over there that nobody can solve, but I'm going to work for it.
What?
Because that is the way of talking that you got into power. By the people that voted for you. Now you're using it against them. That's why even not only Anna, but the other guy on your Young Turk was like, yo,
Hey, yo, what the?
I think he make me a little right.
And they get this air about them like they're big deal. No, you're supposed to be a servant of the people. You're not supposed to lord over the people and be like, I am more powerful and I have more status than you. How dare you ask me an impertinent question and point your finger at me? No, we all get to point our fingers at the politicians and ask, why haven't you done your goddamn job? And are you kidding me? Like, you're getting upset about someone asking about rent being too high in New York City?
I will send you to Jesus.
I mean, how fragile is your ego? If you can't handle that, you shouldn't be mayor of New York. If you can't handle a constituent and you won't answer a question and you come up with a lame excuse like that, that's embarrassing.
The lady that is Sir Eric Adams was saying that might be a slave owner is actually some lady that escaped the Nazis. She's 84 years old. She speaks good, better English than me. She's attentive about the details. And the first thing you want to be like, well, lady, you escaped those, but when you came here, yo, boy, I got some money, but hey, man, you are still in a position of power. I'm like, bruh. I'm like, I don't know.
Couple things, and we have questions on these, but I'll let Sitch. I don't know. Do you have anything that you want to ask before we get started?
So yeah, it turns out that Anna is a massive fan of our program. She's seen every episode, just huge fan, right?
Well, okay, so I happened to come across a video you guys did about me. It was the stream on, I hate to name names, but you guys were covering the leftist mafia and their insane gaslighting video about me. And you guys were the only ones, as far as I could see, that actually did a good job in highlighting how badly they were gaslighting me. Right. And so I thank you for doing that, because, you know, when everyone around you, everyone who alleges to be your friends, tells you something you know isn't true, but they keep repeating it to you over and over again, you start asking yourself, like, am I the crazy one? You know? So that, I really appreciated that. But, you know, you guys have put out a ton of videos about me that have not been friendly or nice, and it's okay. I mean, I can be a good sport about it, and I do think that you guys raised a few valid points, and I just need to be willing to accept where I was wrong.
And like that, ladies and gentlemen, you make a left-leaning person right-winger. To the left, a little, to the left, ultra, doesn't matter. If you do one step to the right, you're a Nazi today. What's even more funny about this, you find somebody complaining this stupid poo-poo head Anna Kasparian is going to a right-wing padabim poo-poo show and trying to call out the leftist mafia over a support for trans rights. Okay. And then Destiny, a guy that is supporting trans, is saying, you're freaking proving Anna says right in one single tweet. Lol. So all I'm trying to say with this video, be careful what you say, because certain people want to make sense about certain details. You can be progressive, it's okay. Progress and make the world better, it's okay. But the moment you want to nitpick the details to be 100% sure that I'm not labeling an innocent person, you can't consider that evil. But anyway, let me know what you guys think about the whole situation. Like, share, hit the bell, and subscribe. And hey,